Unchain my heart, baby, let me go.
We're live right now. Thank you for joining us on Chatter, Southwest Florida. I am joined. It's a special day today. We got two great artists coming in. Well, they're here. They're not coming in. They're here. Looking at me. We got Mike Imbasciani and the blues rocker. He's going to play for about 30 seconds or so. Check it out. I'm going to take a seat right over here.
Unchain my heart, baby, let me go. Unchain my heart, 'cause you don't love me no more. Every time I call you on the phone, some fella tells me that you're not at home. So unchain my heart, please, baby, set me free. Unchain my heart.
All right, thanks, man. That was terrific. Thank you, sir. Blessed to have you here, man. Yeah, we've been following you for a while. I've been following you for quite some time. Don't mind the smoke?
No.
Speaking of that, tell me about your story about the
when I saw
smoke stack you inhaled.
I always love smoke machines. They're so much fun. And that noise is wonderful. I was doing a big show down in Cape Coral for one of the city events down there. It might have been a Cape Coral bike night or something. And they have like 3 of those things going at once all the time, and at night with the lights, it's so cool.
And they're just pumping smoke out.
They're just pumping smoke like throughout the hour and a half, 2-hour set I'm doing. Just every now and then, I'd be in the middle of a song, and on stage, just loud.
Right.
In the middle of a song, you hear, and this big cloud of smoke go through the whole stage. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Distracting.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't smell like it has like what kind of smell is that to you?
White dust.
White dust. We call it. I call it burnt candy corn. Jack's saying it's cotton candy.
Yeah.
It's like reminds me of burnt candy corn. Like I don't know. Yeah, whatever. So let's just get into this, man. Thanks for coming again.
My pleasure.
We've seen you play at several places, including the main place was the Turtle Club here in town, which is going to be the Blue Turtle soon. So
yeah, looking forward to the transition.
Yeah, man. I mean, heard the music, watching you progress through. You told me before the show, which almost fell out of my chair, that you're only 20 years old.
Yes. I'll be 21 the end of November.
20, dude. 20. What's going on? I mean, I've been seeing a lot of, I'm looking. We have a young man here, a young man here, a young man back there. Y'all are very young and just doing it.
Yeah, man.
What is it? What is it? Is it like the water around here, or what got you started? What inspired you? What is it that's going on with you young guys just excelling through? Social media?
That certainly helps a lot. YouTube's a great tool for sending out videos and getting your name out there. But I started playing guitar when I was 5, and started with guitar. I wanted to start with the drums, and my mom said, "No, that's not a real instrument." Just to deter, not wanting to hear banging all around the house. With the pots and pans and stuff. Yeah. So she said I could either start with piano or guitar. So I picked guitar, and 2 years later, I got a drum set. And I realized I didn't want to lug around so much heavy equipment, so I stuck with guitar instead. One thing. It's very nice. And then I became a band leader, and so therefore I had to carry all the PA equipment, so it balanced out.
So age 5.
Age 5, started playing guitar. Started playing professionally at the age of 11. Mm-hmm. I started locally right here. I live in Port Charlotte, so I started playing at the Guitar Army in Gilchrist Park.
Right.
With my acoustic guitar, playing a lot of Beatles music and Bob Dylan music, and that kind of opened the door to learn some Eric Clapton, to learn some Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jimi Hendrix.
Dude, I love Clapton.
Stray Cats.
If you break out some Clapton, we have to go. We have to go into commercial with some Clapton.
Clapton. There you go.
I don't know if you're prepared for that.
Oh yeah, always prepared for anything. But and then when I was 14, that's when I started my band, and I have a 3-piece blues band, blues and classic rock band, Mike Imbasciani and his Blues Rockers.
Blues with a Z.
Yeah. BLUEZROCKERZ.
Because I do tag you guys a lot.
Yeah.
When you guys are around, we tag you in our different pages and such, just trying to give you the props out there. Yeah. And I always find it when the Z comes up, I'm like, yeah, I found it. So.
And it's nice because I keep it local. I mean, like I said, I live here in Port Charlotte, but I play at the Turtle Club in Punta Gorda. I play at the Black Widow Harley Davidson in Port Charlotte, and I play from Englewood and Osprey down to South Fort Myers. But I got talk about being so young. I've been able to do a lot of very cool things, and going to Nashville and Memphis and Orlando, Miami, Austin, Texas, Dallas, Texas, Arizona. I played out in Sedona, Arizona a little bit.
I saw you at the block party. Were you at the was it the block party?
No,
it was an event down here. It was a
Yeah.
party. It was springtime.
Blues, Brews, and Barbecue.
Yes.
Yeah, that was great.
You were up on stage there, and
Yeah, we were the closer for that event. That was great.
yep. Yeah, I was looking when you were going to come on. I realized that you guys were later.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll just hang out.
Yeah, it's nice because over the years, I see myself the transition from being the opening act to now being the middle act, opening for the headliner. One of my favorite shows I've played was the Sounds of Jazz and Blues Festival in Cape Coral.
Nice.
Where first year I played it, I was the opener, first act on, and Boney James was the headliner that year. And then I played it 2 years ago, and I was the middle act opening for Spyro Gyra, a huge jazz band from the 80s and 70s. And last year I opened for Rick Braun, who is friends with Boney James and tremendous, unbelievable trumpet player, jazz player. But, over 2,500 people at that event.
Right.
One of the biggest stages, and makes it. That's when the adrenaline kicks in, and it's so much fun.
It just takes one, man.
Yeah.
One thing, one person seeing something that just gets
exactly.
the next. I'm noticing an old soul here.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I sit back in the chair.
I'm just noticing. I mean, being 20 years old, you're just composed, you're mature, you just have this aura about you, man. And I'm just ecstatic. I'm ecstatic to have you here. I see great things, man.
Thank you very much.
Great things, and we're going to do everything we can to propel you through. I mean, whatever
Thank
in
you.
the local market. I've seen it, but this is the first time too of the folks that are watching and will watch this as well that I'm actually meeting him in person.
Yeah.
So we socially kind of connected. He's played gigs, and we filmed some stuff for clients and such. Of you out there, and thank you for allowing us to use the footage and some graphics. I mean, we don't ever want to not get the permissions and all that, but I appreciate you guys being good about that. There is someone else behind the scenes. You said your mom does some of your social media.
Do you
have a brother or someone else that
No,
is there?
only child, but I'm very lucky because I have this great family dynamic, and I run my band as a family too. We'll do rehearsals and sit down and have dinner and relax, and and just joke around, have a good time. But it's a family dynamic where I'm the band leader, and I guess literally the face of my brand.
Yeah.
But my dad is a lawyer, and he takes care of the contracts or anything that has to do with that, emails to venues.
That's a good asset. That saves you money.
Exactly. Oh yeah.
To have them light up, that does save.
Right.
Yeah,
and he also he's
Wonderful.
he's the photographer at the gigs, takes all the pictures, does a great job with that.
I was wondering because I was going to ask. There's someone who's doing some of the pictures
Yeah.
behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And
all
such.
the pictures are all him, and my mom edits them, and she does the Facebook page and
Love it.
make sure everything's up to date.
Grab some of that. I said I was like, wow,
Yeah.
this is done nice. It helps us to post
Right.
it out and share.
And I mean,
But-
as one person, it can be done, but I'm very lucky to have that family dynamic that I do that allows it to be as good as it can be.
Now did you? Okay, so you're 20, started at 5.
Yes.
Obviously passion, obviously talent. You probably don't remember the moment when, but there always is. And why I say that is because talents kind of rise. The cream
Yeah,
rises
right.
when the time is right in life. When things happen in life. I found mine way later, where I knew the marketing gene in me was where I was supposed to be. But I was always lured towards it, but I went to something else. Lured towards it, and then you go to something else. But obviously, you found your path nice and young.
Yeah.
When was that moment when you were like, "Damn, I'm good"?
Well,
Because
okay.
it's true. It's not to be conceited in a very
Right.
humble way. I mean,
Right.
it's blessed to have that. But when there is a moment.
Right. Well, my secret to success. No,
Mike will tell you.
yeah,
You
no.
can play the guitar in one day. Watch this.
Right. Yes. The moment that I realized I could really hold my own and kind of say to myself, like, hey, I can actually do this and do this for a living and be proud of my talent that I have, is when I went the first time up to Nashville, and I played at B.B. King's Blues Club up there, and I had a week, actually 2 week stint the first time I was up there for a month, and I played 2 weeks at B.B. King's Blues Club, and it was phenomenal. And I was solo back then too. I used my drum tracks and everything that I had, but all my guitar singing was all me, and it was so much fun. And I would go. It was me and my dad went up there, and you'd park the car all day right in the parking lot on Broadway, and it was Broadway and 2nd Avenue, all the bars and clubs. It was phenomenal, and we would just go to every single bar in the Strip, and the musicians that are up there that are unbelievable.
Sure.
And it was so much fun because everybody up there is young as well. I mean, at the time, mid-20s, early 30s. I was 15 or 16 at the time. And they say, "Oh, you're from Florida? Okay, yeah, come on up. We'll have some fun. I'm from North Carolina. Let's play some music. You know, have a grand old time." And I would play with some of these amazing musicians, guys who go on tour with bands all around the country, and then they go back home to Nashville and wait for their next tour to go out. And I knew I was finally getting somewhere in my music when I was able to play on stage with these guys and hold my own.
Yeah.
And duel with some of these guitarists, which there's a video on YouTube of me playing in a place called the Music City Smokehouse.
I'm about to source that. I'm
Yeah,
gonna check that out.
The song's called Crosscut Saw, and this was a guy that I met first in 2012 at the Sarasota Blues Festival. And I opened that show, and there was like 5 bands that day. So I was the opener right at noon. You know, people are trickling in. You know, when you're the opener, not everybody hears your set. But
No, it's usually just they're coming in, they're getting their beers.
right, and you know they hear,
just-
"Oh, that's good
it's-
music in the background."
It's happening, right? It's like right.
Yeah, but it was one of my first festival experiences, and I finish my set, I go off stage, and I meet some of the other musicians just getting there for their sets, and one of these musicians was this guy that I ended up meeting later on. At the time, in 2012, at the festival, he wasn't able to hear my set, and I wasn't able to hear his set. So we only connected backstage, meet each other, "Hi, how are you? You know, cool, you're a guitar player, you know, I used to joke around, have a good time." And then talk about gear and stuff. Then flash forward 3-4 years when I'm now up in Nashville, and I walk into this Sunday afternoon jam at this little hole-in-the-wall barbecue place, and who's running the jam but the same guitar player?
No kidding.
And so I'm able to go up. He had never heard me before. I never heard him. We jam, and then we're able to play together, and we duel, and it's so much fun. And that's what's so great about the music community too. Is I mean, the music community is worldwide, but it's very small.
It's the same like the creative,
Right.
That's kind of like with us with the creative side of it, doing stuff. It's worldwide, but it is very small
Yeah.
of levels. You know, it kind of And then when you start meeting others, you know, it really he's given us the 5. He's given us the 5. Well, 5 into commercial break.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
We're keeping around. Get that pick ready to go. We're going to break the commercial very soon. But what I want to talk about is I'm going to get into, and again, I'm noticing the old soul. I'm noticing the badass socks. Love them.
Right, yeah.
I'm a sock. I didn't wear my funky socks today. You got to get your own brand of socks.
I know, right? That'd be the next thing. You know, I've had T-shirts, stickers. Now I gotta have socks.
Call them Bassiani. The Bassiani socks.
Right.
But I want to find out about your passion. I want to find out about that moment of truth. I want to find out about a failure. I want to find out things where you hit that wall because I know what happened. Where you're like, I'm not good enough.
Yeah.
Or you want that contract, or you want something greater, and it
How much
just didn't
time
happen.
we got?
Let them play us right to commercial, then we'll take 30. Give us maybe a little Clapton, or I don't know.
Sure,
Whatever.
yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, let's see.
Whatever you feel. I don't. We got to keep it real. This is live here on Chatter, Southwest Florida. We're going to be going to commercial in just a minute here. Let's enjoy this. Go lighter. I'm going to break the commercial.
Going down to the crossroads.
All right, we're going to be going to commercial, and I guess he'll play, but we're cutting the commercial right now. 30 seconds later, come back and join us here on Chatter, Southwest Florida. All right, we're back here on Chatter, Southwest Florida. Mike, let us out, let us in. Let's get into the questions that I asked before. I want to know, as a creative, because we are that as well. So I know the mindsets. Which side of the brain do we think of? Use the most. Failures, because I've hit walls throughout my life many times, and and I'm sure it sounds like with your mom and dad. And you're like, what is your dad's name?
Joseph.
And your mom's first name?
Chris.
Chris Joseph. Okay, you guys raised a very good boy here. Very good boy. But but you know, with those failures, and they can probably tell you too throughout life, the failures only get you one step further. It's the 5 steps back, 50 steps forward.
Right, exactly.
How you process it. So what did you hit? You're only 20, and again, but give me a recent failure where you hit and you were like, it devastated you a bit. You know, like.
Well, one of the hardest things as far as being a musician and it's always trying to reach that next step. It's okay. I feel very proud of myself that I'm as busy as I am. Like, I'm booked every Friday night through the end of 2018 right now. Every Friday night.
Dude.
No vacations.
Dude.
Gigs. Work.
Logan. but let me cut in really quick. If you didn't put the work in,
that
from
wouldn't
age
happen.
5.
Yeah, that wouldn't happen.
From age 5.
Yeah.
I'm talking, I mean, you're still so young.
Right.
Wait until you're 30. Dude, this is phenomenal. Every Friday night?
Every Friday night.
All next year.
End of 2018.
Shop Local isn't even booked that much. Come on, man.
And
congratulations. Go ahead.
And so, averaging 150 gigs a year now, where it becomes the little things of, okay, how do I make it to that next step? And one of the biggest things is originals. And I have four originals right now on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play.
Jump down our next question right there.
Yeah,
we'll have the links up top, so you can get all his music, get everything on Mike.
Definitely.
We'll put that up top.
But I know that I need to grow more with the originals, like to fully make it to the next step at where I'm at right now. And so I'd say not as much as a failure as just an understanding and a setback, so to speak.
Originals, though, I mean, they are based on experiences. It's based
Right.
on a heartache,
Yeah.
a breakup.
Yeah, it's like my dog hasn't died, my truck hasn't broken down.
So, but then again, I mean, there's young artists that have the originals, or
Right.
a song, or a writer will produce a song for them, and then they can take it and run with it. So I think that'll come. But yeah, I can see where an original will separate you from the pack.
Well, but not only that, the way that I've been able to get around it for now is I play songs. Like the song that I opened the show with is my version of Joe Cocker's version of the Ray Charles song "Unchain My Heart."
Yeah.
Now, go around, see bands, as I'm sure you do, and you come and see my show. I'm playing songs that hardly anybody else is playing. I love history. I was homeschooled all my life, so I really delved more into history than anything else, and so I love the historical aspect of blues music and how far back it goes.
Yeah.
Everybody, you love Eric Clapton.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the songs Eric Clapton played, the song that I went out to commercial with, Crossroads, that's from the 1940s, and Robert Johnson. And, some people know that, some people don't. I play a song called St. James Infirmary that's from 1928. So that, again, nobody has heard of.
Right.
But it is cool when I play a show and there are fans out there and I start playing this really obscure song, and they're like, "Oh, I love that song. Nobody ever plays that song. Thank you for playing that."
Even putting a little twist to it, I kind of like songs, even pop songs as well.
Right. Like I do a more bluesy, kind of straightforward version of Cagey Elephant's "Ain't No Rest for the Wicked."
See that? Right. I mean, you
works.
can add. I mean, I'm trying to think of give me one artist who's a pop star in your eyes. Who would be considered modern day or older? For me, I would say Michael Jackson.
Yeah, Michael Jackson. Okay.
But he has a lot of songs you could take and twist that around, like it's
right.
Thriller.
But there's the thing.
That would be
I
wild.
ride a fine line of a no cover list or a no don't screw with that list.
Oh, they have really. So you could,
to me anyway, because there are songs as a cover band. I take songs like when you hear the song "Sunshine of Your Love," everybody knows the lick of.
See that I don't know. So if I hear it, oh no, okay, no.
"Sunshine of Your Love" by Cream, right? Everybody knows that.
Yep.
Well, when you cover that song, you have to know that part. You have to. That's the bread and butter of the song. Then,
so if you did something else with it, but you can go kind of abstract, but then have that in the middle, which bridges your two versions.
Exactly.
Okay.
I keep that, and I keep the song virtually the same, but then I add my own feeling, passion, expression.
It's like when we're doing our videos.
In the guitar solo of it.
Gotcha.
That's the difference.
Gotcha. Interesting. So you didn't answer. Who's your favorite pop star? So I mean, I can tell you're into the blues, but
yeah,
a pop star if you were to throw that out there.
pop star. One I appreciate. Over the last few years, I haven't listened to a lot of his music, but I like what he does. Is Bruno Mars. Some of his more, because he has sort of that Motown horn section vibe to his music.
His energy.
Energy, right? Yeah.
Regardless of where he gets it from. Well, you know, he served some time in jail. I heard.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Bruno
This
Mars.
is how rumors get started.
No, he did. Okay, we'll verify that. Cancel that. Christian will edit this version out. The edited version. Bruno Mars. I don't want to get sued. So, all right. So let's just get back to the question at hand here. So you're saying the failures that you've experienced through so far, it's just not failures, but it's the walls hitting of the originals to kind of setting yourself apart, so you're not getting to that. Like, are you feeling the pressure on that? Like, are you feeling like,
no,
like, I don't know when this is going to happen, or
you just don't want to fill too much of a bubble. You know, you want to have your own identity, but still have something. Because, like I said, I play songs that are older songs that everybody knows. So I love doing that because I connect with people, and these people remember hearing that song for the first time, and that's great. And then, but at the same time, I have to find a happy medium to then get out of that, have my original music, and then go with that.
Gotcha.
It's finding the balance.
It's tough for me to really connect with a local artist who has originals. It is very tough. And I can see what you're saying, even from a fan standpoint.
Right. Because you want to go out, you want to hear songs you recognize.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I don't want to. It's like, well, if you want to pitch your own stuff and do it on your own time. Like, I kind of feel like, give me some Clapton, give me some blues, give me stuff
and
that
that's
I recognize.
Why in a 4-hour gig, I have 4 originals. So I mean, I haven't played them in a while, but
I actually heard one of yours.
You're right. Yeah.
I think
there's
filmed
There's
that.
one I always play. My Letters in the Attic song. Find it on iTunes.
And so your songs are on there, which we can go and purchase. We download Buck or $1.29, whatever it is.
Yeah, I think it's 99 cents or something.
99
All
cents.
4 of them. And they're on there as singles, which is nice. And so, you know, in 4 hours of material, you know, you say, okay, 10 songs per set, so to speak, whatever.
Yeah.
In those 10 songs, you do 9 covers, then you 1 original, and then 9 covers.
4 hours is a long time.
Yes, it is.
I do the show for 30 minutes.
I like 3-hour gigs.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you do it. I mean, we do back-to-back shows, and so I'm an hour, 2 hours in of my mind. I could imagine just 4. So it gets tiring. Let's get into one other question, maybe 2, before we do a little more music and a couple of our rapid-fire questions that we're going to ask you. But obviously, you're talking about the singles. Do you ever inspire? Let's go forward here, Mike. 20 years from now.
Yes.
What do you want to happen?
Madison Square Garden sold out, 30,000 people.
Closing, opening,
Closing.
or closing,
Or just being there would be nice.
just being there playing,
Not being thrown out by security. You know.
all originals. No,
No, I mean, I don't think I'll ever
Albums?
be all originals. I mean, I have 3 CDs right now already.
So you got them out
that
already?
I sell on my shows. Yeah.
Are you signed? Is there any?
No, I do all the recording myself.
Say a label comes to you and they want to sign you.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's nice about having a lawyer as a dad. You know, you got to read the contract, and you know, I'm not opposed to anything. It just has to be the right circumstance.
Sure. I have a feeling it's going to happen. I truly do. I just reading you, feeling it, watching the progression. I think it's going to happen. I think the patience. Just be patient. So young, man. People, the folks that are watching this will understand that are 30 and up. You know, just so much time. You're going to have so many ups and downs. It's just going to be a remarkable ride for you.
Oh, yeah.
It's already been.
It's been fantastic. I mean, from playing B.B. King's Blues Club to playing the oldest bar in Miami, Tobacco Road, open since 1912, that has now since closed down, unfortunately, to, you know, opening for the people I've opened with, to playing with Jim Belushi down at his club and him saying I'm the best band he's played with before.
Awesome.
I mean, those are experiences you can't get back. I mean, people would say, well, what would you be doing if you didn't do music? And I don't have an answer, because I don't know, because I've never done anything else but music.
I feel the same
I love
way.
it so much.
Once you find it, man, you're so fortunate to have found it. I wish I found my passion when I was 20. You know, I was younger than that. You're so fortunate, and I keep reiterating, you know, on that. So just keep on driving, keep on doing what you're doing. Let me get into some rapid fire questions. I'm going to say one word, as fast as you can crank it out. You're going to give me an answer.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
First word, microphone.
Blues music. It reminds me of the 1940s.
Heather did this in our last interview. She gave me one little.
when they go out and when they recorded all the old artists, they'd open a trunk of their Packard and have a little microphone and a little record player, and they'd burn the record right there. And
There you go. There you go. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Levi's jeans.
Extremely comfortable.
I'm actually wearing those stretch jeans. I don't know if you guys got a pair of these suckers yet, but I'll tell you what, man, get a pair of these. American Eagle.
Yeah.
They're like $40. Best jeans you'll ever wear.
See, I love
They don't
this.
even sponsor the show.
Goodwill's the way to go.
All right, you're going comfortable, and you're going with blues music for microphone. All right, ready?
Comfortable blues music.
Next word. Sunlight.
Sunlight. Florida blues scene of playing at a festival. Sun in your eyes.
What is that? What?
Hey, rapid fire. First thing comes to my head. We're talking about music.
All right, last word. Green.
Green. Grass isn't always greener on the other side. You
I thought
gotta
you were
be
gonna
happy
say-
with the life that you live.
There you go. I thought you were going to
You
say
make your
mine.
own happiness.
All right, let's
I'm
get some
very
parting
happy.
words from Mike. Thanks so much for joining us, man.
My
It's
pleasure.
been
Thank
it's
you.
been 26 minutes or so. He's giving us time. We're in there. Almost 30 minutes, man. Almost 30 minutes. So,
Easy. Flies by.
Thank you so much for joining us again. Give us the
pleasure.
next couple of shows that's coming up.
Yes.
Don't give us I guess shows that are coming. You can go as far out because we're going to replay this over and over and over. You know, this is
Well, this
great to have you.
weekend, this Friday night, what is this Friday? The 13th?
Yeah, Friday
Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th. I'll be at Bert's Bar and Grill in Matlacha from 7:30 to 10:30.
Okay.
Saturday, I have a double Saturday morning from 11:30 to 3:30 at Bert's Black Widow Harley Davidson in Port Charlotte.
So are they having a festival? Because they always have like
Every Saturday and Sunday they do music.
They cook
free
out.
hot dogs and hamburgers, and free beer and free music.
who stages that over there? Is that
Oh,
there?
it's all them. They do a great
Fantastic.
job. Yeah. So 11:30, 3:30 Saturday there. Saturday night down in Cape Coral from 9 p.m. to midnight at Big Blue Brewing, right on 47th Terrace in 10th Place.
How about let's go into next year? Anything
Oh,
coming
no,
up in the
this
spring?
weekend.
I mean, any well, you said
Yeah.
you're booked up. Any huge fests that are coming up that you're
Yes,
booked for?
Saturday, November 4th at the Taste of Lee Festival. I'll be the middle act from 2 to 4 for that in downtown Fort Myers. I'll be back at the Turtle Club the second Wednesday of November.
The Blue Turtle.
Now the Blue Turtle, yes, from 6 to 9. Well, and this Sunday as well, I'll be at the Hoosier Bar and Grill in Osprey from 4:30 to 8:30.
That thing was a little small shack. It's still like a little small shack.
It's a cool place.
It's on 41.
It's on 41.
Well, going southbound.
Going
lane.
southbound, yeah.
Southbound lane. I remember when it was just a small little shack.
Been around for 20 years.
It was a biker
Cool
bar.
place,
Just
yeah.
roll up on your Harley. It was a
Yeah.
small little shack.
And on Sunday afternoons they do barbecue things. So.
Is it bigger? Did they add an addition to it, like an outside?
It's pretty big inside. I like
So
it.
maybe
They
it
got
goes
a nice
deep.
stage. Yeah, it's a very
Okay, because I haven't been there, but I always pass by there.
Yeah. And then all over, man, from Englewood's on Dearborn. Be there in a couple weeks, and Paradise Tiki Hut in Cape Coral.
Fantastic. Man.
Find me on Facebook, Mike Imbasciani.
What we'll do is we'll put everything, your links,
Yeah.
your iTunes links. We'll do all of that stuff for Mike right up here. Check him out.
Yeah.
Get a couple songs. I'm going to go on there. I'm going to get it. I can jam it when I'm cruising around town. I'll put in there.
Exactly.
So let's go out with some music.
All right.
Let's see. Play whatever you feel like playing. And next up, Logan Light. It's going to be exciting.
Once upon a time, down on 47th Street, I met a fine chick, tried to knock her off her feet. Now alone, with all she was playing, and didn't know that I was a real sugar man.